Ball number 4 to complete the line. They're in the gate and they're off. And they race over 1 3/4 miles of the Coral Summer Handicap, and out very wide as they go towards the first turn is Hallelujah You. Slightly isolated in the early stages, but he is at the moment the horse who has the lead. Racing in second is Sam Hawkins, and then lit up against the rail is Aeronautic. On Aeronautic's outside is Barnzo. After Barnzo is Wonder Legend. Then the orange colours of Duraji, who's very keen as they go towards the turn at Oak Tree Corner. At the moment it is Stress Free, who is the back marker. French Duke is last but one, and now they go into the uphill turn. Just over 1 3/4 miles to go from here, and Sean Dillon Bowen has now got across on Hallelujah You and leads by 1.5 lengths to Aeronautic, who races in second. Wonder Legend against the rail is in third. Then on the outside is Sam Hawkins in fourth. Quite wide is Barnzo as they go around this top turn. Duraji, the vivid orange. Then on the inside is Feigning Madness. A break them about 1.5 lengths to Dancing in Paris, racing up on the outside of Subsequent. The horse has got the big white blaze, and then as they make the run now along the back straight, Artistic Star has only got 4 behind. Galashiels is one of them. The grey is Master Builder. Stress Free is last but one, and James Doyle and French Duke last of the 14, and heavily restrained French Duke as now they race under the tree line and go on now towards the intersection of the tracks. And at this point it's Aeronautic who now comes through to put his head in front. Aeronautic just has the lead against the rail, to in second Hallelujah You, but there's very little between them. Also in third and fourth, little between Wonder Legend and the rail running Sam Hawkins, but now they leave the rail once again to tack across under the 6 furlong marker, which means they now have 3/4 mile to go in the Coral Summer Handicap, and it is Hallelujah You against the rail. On the outside now is Aeronautic as they go into this turn with 5 furlongs to go. Sam Hawkins just edges into third on the outside of Wonder Legend. Then on the inside is Duraji, and Duraji is racing alongside Barnzo, who's got the red and white checks. Dancing in Paris is in 7th, but still travelling well. Better than Feigning Madness in 8th. In 9th is Artistic Star. Then on the inside is Subsequent. After that one is Master Builder, and then Galashiels and Stress Free. And towards the outside, French Duke with a lot to do from there, as now they race on towards the final 2.5 furlongs. And it is Aeronautic towards the outside of Hallelujah You, and now pulling up at the back of the field is Wonder Legend. Down inside the final 1/4 mile, Sam Hawkins now racing up to try and take the lead, but he's now between horses with Dancing in Paris towards the near side. Duraji is staying on, so too Artistic Star and Barnzo inside the final furlong. Dancing in Paris on the grandstand side. Sam Hawkins is between horses, and now Sam Hawkins edges the lead, and now as they race up towards the line, it is Sam Hawkins who wins. Tight second, Dancing in Paris, or on the far side, the long-time leader, Aeronautic. Right on their heels was Duraji. And so it is a quick fire double for the William Haggas yard as the 4-1 favourite. Sam Hawkins completes his hat-trick, wins at Newcastle, Hamilton, then here at Goodwood he's won by 1/2 length. He's beaten Dancing in Paris in second, Aeronautic in third. The other Irish runner, Duraji, is a further 2.5 lengths away in fourth. It will be Artistic Star who was fifth, Barnzo in sixth, and then in seventh, Hallelujah You. Well, it's another win for William Haggas, his third of the week. If you follow those earplugs on the way to the start, you're 2 out of 2.
Good shout, Mark, and he's still got this afternoon to come. Term of Endearment here, Almonjed in the Stewards Cup, then Headmaster in our last live race, and Treasure Time later on. It could be a Haggas day. Horses are certainly running really well now.
Yeah, he got a lovely toe into this race, didn't he? Tom able to get into about 4th. I think he sat just behind the leaders from stall 8. Did have to kind of wait a little, angle around Aeronautic, who travelled for a really long time. He was the last one to come off the bridle. Dancing in Paris has ran his kind of usual staying race. Jay's plugging on all the time, but he's probably just bumped into a young, improving horse.
Yeah, and just look at the winner once he gets there as well. He's always keeping that horse at bay on the outside, and dare I say, he can continue to climb. Little flick and a look going up over the line. Typical Haggas improver. As you know, Ed, I am the groupie, the fan club.
So what
They've
happened?
gone back to back. No, well, listen, you sometimes stop following and they start winning. But Tom didn't have to get right to the bottom of him, I feel. There was a bit more in the locker.
And he won this race with Harris Tweed, owned by Brian, his dad. And these colours are slightly different, aren't they? But I'm sure it's their Haggas colours. But let's hear from the winning jockey.
Yeah, right, once you're off this turf.
We're just heading in off the turf, as Tom tells me. It's a little bit cut up out here. But a hat-trick for this horse and a treble for you this week at Glorious Goodwood. Tom, you're both in form.
Yeah, it's been a good week. Look, he's a lovely little horse and one I was looking forward to riding. To be honest, I always felt confident there. We went very slow early. Obviously, we were sort of nicely positioned because he's got a good mind. You can park him up there sort of handy and then get him to switch off. And I was confident that he wasn't as slow as he's made himself look a couple of times. And when I had Colin in front of me and I knew Dancing, so that was not Dancing in Paris, the Ian Williams horse was going to be behind me. I was sort of just trying to get a toe down as far as I could of Colin before hitting the front, because he doesn't do an awful lot once he gets there. And look, with 8-10 on his back, it probably made life a lot easier to get it right.
Well, he timed it beautifully and he really knuckled down and fought to the line. How is the track riding out there? Because it is drying all the time after that rain.
It's drying a lot. It's not dried enough to not be tacky yet, though. It's tough enough work. But look, it's going to be, what do we have, 38 mil in a very short amount of time, and it's remarkable how quick it's come back to what it is. But it's a bit testing.
Well done, Tom.
Nicely backed. You might have been able to get some 5-1 this morning at 9-2. Went off at 4-1. Dancing in Paris ran well for you, Leona, in second at 6. Aeronautic was well backed as well at 11-2, so not a bad result for the punters. And I finally managed to work out the colours, at least I think I have, as a Spitfire goes over. We saw some of them earlier in the week. You can go up in a Spitfire, cost you a few quid, but a spectacular experience. So it wasn't quite a Spitfire, it was nearly a Spitfire, Spitfire-esque. There is a Spitfire you can go up with here at Goodwood. And as we watch the finish again, Tom Marquand at this point, Jason, he's got the situation under control, though Dancing in Paris is ranging up as a danger.
Yeah, he's got a target on the back of Colin Keane in front there, who I think Joseph must have been thinking, I'm going to get the second win of the meeting on the board, but it wasn't to be for Aeronautic. Picked up, and if they'd have kept going, he's always doing enough on the front end, isn't he? Nice run in the back there, the full brother of Gayarth. They'll be having a bit of fun with him.
Yeah, he ran all right, T.WJ, on for fourth, but he was well bought, this horse, because he was bought at an online sale in July last year for not cheap, 105,000, bought out of Richard Hannon's yard. He's now with William Haggas, and he was bought by William's son, Sam, under the name of Herworth Bloodstock, who's a very good judge of finding a horse in training and being able to extract some improvement from it.
So I've worked out the colours. These are